St. John's Gospel, chapter 12, starting to read at verse 20, Jesus predicts his death. We want to see Jesus. What an intriguing start to today's reading from the Gospel. The request from two men going up to Jerusalem to celebrate the festival of the Passover that is passed between disciples, almost as if they were managing Jesus' appointment book. There is no doubt that at the time an audience with him was much sought after, especially after the miracles of his healing and perhaps more recently the raising to life of Lazarus. The sisters of Lazarus had despaired that Jesus had not come sooner. They had complete faith that he could have healed their sick brother and so save him from death. Instead, they and others present see Jesus' power over death itself. We see this faith in him from other people. The woman who sought to just touch his clothing to receive healing for her hemorrhage. The friends of the paralytic man who lowered him from the roof of a crowded house into Jesus' presence. And the blind man, Bartimaeus, who knew who Jesus was and declared to him, "I want to see." Jesus had often told people not to tell anyone what had happened to them, adding, "My time has not yet come." Now he tells his listeners the time has come for the Son of Man to be glorified, and that they will see him lifted from the earth, perhaps alluding to his death high on the cross, his rising from the grave, and his ascent into heaven. In our mind's eye, most people can see him in his life and in his death. Perhaps many struggle to see him, or indeed themselves, raised again to new life and eternal life. We need to keep reminding ourselves of the testimony of those that did see him alive before his ascension and believed in him with certainty. "My Lord and my God," said doubting Thomas, after declaring to those who had already encountered Jesus, "I won't believe it until I see him for myself." Also, in this reading and elsewhere in the Gospel, Jesus warns there will be a judgment when they see him coming again in his glory. There will be some that will not relish that meeting and might prefer to stay hidden in the obscurity and comfort of a self-centered and self-serving earthly life. Equally, there are those that have followed Jesus and served him faithfully, and for whom the hoped-for encounter will herald the dawning of his eternal kingdom as they see Jesus' promises fulfilled. "Where I am, then there will be my servants also." We all have role models and heroes that we aspire to emulate. Of course, Many already do, but just imagine if everyone, everywhere, used Jesus as their role model for positive thought, words, and action for goodness and love. In our song, we sing and sign, "Open the eyes of my heart, Lord. I want to see you." In so doing, we will see him more clearly and be able to follow him more nearly. To see you high and lifted up, shining in the light of your glory. God has already done this in raising him to life. So let us work and pray that we do not lose sight of all he has done in pouring out his love for us, and that through our testimony and our actions, others will see him too. God bless you.